Good morning, everybody, and happy Friday. I've got a few things for you to do today. I'm going to try to keep this reasonably short. So take a look at your screen. This is what's on your GrammarNet page this morning. It's checklist day, Friday, so do have a look at that. It's been updated and check that you've done all that work. You're already doing this. Number 2, watching the screencast lesson. And then I want you to watch the very beginning of the film again, literally just the first 2 and a bit minutes. And then I'm asking you to answer some questions on the opening scene worksheet. So that I am going to show you just here. So you've got just that much to do, some shots to take a look at, to just answer those questions, and just using those first 2 minutes, because the first 2 minutes of a film are so important. They set the scene, and they, just like the first opening bit of a narrative chapter of a novel that you've just written, we have to know who we're dealing with. We have to be interested. We have to get a sense of what this is all about. And in this particular scene, the beginning of this film is very clever, the way Peter Weir introduces us to the main characters and a lot of the main ideas that are in the film, actually. So please take a look at that. Then check your answers here to the questions from Wednesday. I didn't get around to putting them up last night, but I also wanted to make sure people had enough of a chance to write the questions for themselves before they were tempted to look at the answers. And then finally, the little 10-word spelling quiz is in the quizzes box below. Okay, so that's today. It looks like a lot of stuff, but actually it's just little bits, okay? And then for homework, please revise your film techniques, because there will be a film techniques quiz on Monday. Okay, just to keep you ticking over, making sure that I can see that you're learning the things that you need to learn, because I just don't know otherwise, because I can't see what you're doing. Okay, and actually, this is important. Use my teaching slides for this, which is the slides that I've used the last few days, which are now in the Truman Show folder. So take a look at our GrammarNet page. There's your film. Underneath the file Dropbox, there is these folders, and there is the Truman Show there. And if you click on that, film terminology slides will pop up, and there probably will be some other things in here as well by the time you look at it. I will put today's slides in there as well, the ones I'm going to talk about just in a minute. Okay, fantastic. Is that all we need to do? No. Fun thing. For some fun over the weekend, go to Google Classroom, and that should be highlighted in yellow. And I'm inviting you to complete the Truman Show Kahoot. So this is a bit of fun, but it's also quite good to get your brain going about the Truman Show. This is not a live Kahoot. We might get onto that next week, maybe, with Zoom, but this one is just, it's not a live Kahoot. It's on Google Classroom, and you just click on that and it'll be clear. You'll have it's like a new assignment, and you just click on it and it'll take you straight to a Kahoot. Don't forget that your score will depend on both the accuracy of your answers and the speed at which you answer them. Please put a name that is recognizable to me in there so that I can congratulate you when you win. And do not sign yourselves in more than once, just one time. So go for it. Okay, great. Now we are going to take a look at the Truman Show slides, just to talk you briefly through some of these things. So the Truman Show was made in 1998, which probably seems like quite a long time ago to you guys. And it was a time of real concern over the rise and the increasing popularity of reality TV and the way cameras just kind of were potentially invading people's lives. This is, even though it's a long time ago, these issues are still really relevant and important because we have so much technology in our lives now, and we have to be so careful with how we use them in order to preserve our privacy and our control. And so, you know, we have questions that this film brings up that are relevant today. So key themes, I've just got that question mark. I wonder what you have already realized will be the key themes for this film. The questions that you've answered in the last few days have touched on them quite a bit. So the summary, I'm going to leave you to read that to yourselves, because this you can pause this and read it for yourself. This is just a summary of the whole thing that happens. And then look at this down here, cultural significance. Many people in our world watch TV soap operas and fly-on-the-wall docu-soaps. Many people use the internet to access video cameras, giving them pictures of other people's lives. And we, you know, bloggers and vloggers and people share their lives very, very much with people, much more than they ever did when I was growing up. Many people in our world also wonder about the extent to which we are really free and what it means to be a human being. So, big questions. Are we really free? And so I want you to think about the next time you go on YouTube, which will probably be quite soon, what comes up on your screen? What kind of ads come up? What kind of information comes up? How comfortable do you feel about the fact that the computer is very smart and targets information and advertising for you on the strength of what you've already watched in the past? I find that kind of spooky. Other people find it really useful, but you just get the sense sometimes that you're being watched, your actions are being noted, even if it is only by a computer brain. But who is behind the computers? People who want to sell products. Who knows? How free are we really to explore our world? How much of it is given to us and we're not really controlling that? So lots of good questions to think about. Okay, characters. This is highlighted in yellow because I think it would be a really good idea for you to write these notes down about these characters, because as you write them down, you will remember their names. Truman, Burbank, Meryl, Burbank, Christoph, Marlon, Lauren and Sylvia. So Lauren is the real name of the girl who plays Sylvia, who Truman falls in love with, but doesn't get a chance to, or he fancies her, he meets her and he's intrigued and doesn't get the chance to pursue that relationship because she is whisked away, and Meryl is placed very firmly under his nose and he kind of goes along with it. Truman's mum and Kirk, who is Truman's dad, who Truman thought he saw drown when he was a child, which explains his fear of water. So please write those notes in your book unless you know this film incredibly well, and just put these names down. All right. And here we have my answer to the key themes. Key themes: freedom. What is it that why do humans need this thing, being free to make choices, to determine what we do with our lives? That's a really important idea. Control. Other people try to control you, maybe for material purposes, for advertising. That's what advertisers do. Identity. So who are we really? Meaning, love, media, truth, betrayal. All of these are relevant to our film. Okay, so that's enough from me. There's a few tasks to do today, but have a good weekend and enjoy the Kahoot. Okay, bye.